Marriage is not worth it. That's right. In 2025, marriage is not worth it. I know it's kind of weird to hear that statement on this channel, especially after the last 2 weeks when we dropped two episodes within the past 2 weeks talking about the fact that the couple that I had on the show was married for 19 years and they've been together for 25 years altogether. And here I am today. I'm talking about marriage is not worth it. In 2025, marriage is not worth it. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of 2.0. I am so happy to be connected with you. I'm so happy to be on your screen today. Thank you for turning back for week after week to watch our episodes. We appreciate it. If you are a subscriber, you're a part of the 2.0 family. We thank you for your faithfulness. We thank you for always supporting us. And if you just happen to be strolling by and checking us out, you're not sure what's going on, we are happy that you're here. While you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that every time we release an episode, you, my friend, will be notified so you can tune in and watch the episode. Well, we are back with another episode tonight, and we are talking about marriage is not worth it. So I posted a video on TikTok talking about the very same topic because I was wondering, how do people feel about marriages nowadays, right? Especially given the the rise in divorce that we are seeing. And I've been covering divorce on this show for the ever since I started, really. And I talked about the divorce epidemic. I had a couple of guests who were covering that topic with me as well. Listen, if you're not living under a rock, so you know what is going on in the world when it comes to divorce right now. So the numbers is rising like crazy. So I wanted to know, in this day and age, how do people feel about marriage? Do you still believe in marriage? Do you still feel that marriage is worth it? So that's what I wanted to know. So I posted this video on Facebook, on TikTok. And, we got some interesting comments. So I thought today, as an episode, I would go ahead and share some of the comments that we got regarding this video with you, so we can kind of talk about it together. So this is according to, the video had about, almost 60 comments on there. So I'm just going to read a few of them for you. So just so you know. So the title of the video is, do you still believe in marriage, or is marriage worth it? So, somebody said, absolutely. I'm on my second husband. Wonderful. You know what? She's on her second husband. It's wonderful. So I don't know what happened with the first one. I don't know if she got rid of him, or I don't know what the premise was, but she's saying it is. So she's loving it. And this next person said, absolutely not. Okay, so there's some strong emotions there. The next person say, no, a partner is worth it. Marriage? No, it's not. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I get it. So having a partner, that makes sense, whether it's a living partner or boyfriend and girlfriend, or a longtime boyfriend or a longtime girlfriend. I guess that makes sense, but actually, marrying someone, doing the whole legal commitment, I'm guessing not. All right, next one said, married 17 years, and yes, I do think it's worth it. Okay, you go, girl. Congratulations on 17 years. That is awesome. I'm rooting for those marriages. I'm rooting for those long marriages. All right. Next comment. Yeah, it is. My man pays the bills, and I get to stay home with my babies. We are 19 years in, and I'm still having fun. Now that's awesome. That's what I like to hear. 19 years in, and they're still having fun. That's awesome. I love that for you guys. Next comment says, yes, it's worth it with the right person. Choose wisely. It'll be the most important decision you make. That's correct. Choose wisely. It'll be the most important decision you make. Yep. Next comment. Yes, absolutely. My wife and I have been married for 27 years. I believe equally yoked and morals, values, and visions is paramount. It's a team effort. However, I will say this. It's not for everybody. If a person doesn't have the right mindset, it will not work. Awesome point. That is fantastic. That is good. I like that. You said, yeah, you have to be equally yoked in morals, values, and visions. That, those are paramount, right? And it's a team effort, right? So if you don't have the right mindset, then it's not going to work. So it's not for everybody. Next person said, I don't, at least not for me. Okay, I get it. I respect that. Next person said, no, married for 16 years. I'm guessing there's trouble in paradise there. Okay. Oh, maybe she's no longer divorced, but she said, yeah, no, I don't believe in it. Married for 16 years. Okay. Next one say yes. The next one said, nope. Next person says, yes, marriage is still worth it. It's just finding your yoke. Okay. Just finding your yoke. It's actually, yeah, it's still worth it. Next one says, yes, if you connect with your person. Okay, it's all about connecting with the right person. Next person said, I am perfectly fine being by myself just because the person around me makes it worthless. You know what? So this person is observing the married couples around her. So she is saying that the people around her, they're making it worth less. So because of that, she feels completely satisfied being by herself. Those ladies and gentlemen, it is important. People are watching you. People are watching you. So be careful in how you treat one another. Next person say, no, I don't believe in marriage. No, marriage is not worth it. Next person says, 32 years in, I'm bored. Literally. He's perfectly happy sitting at home doing absolutely nothing and no one around. I feel like I'm wasting away. Oh man. Wow. Listen, my heart goes out to you. 32 years is not 32 months, all right? It's not 32 weeks. It's a long time together, all right? Now, I understand maybe he's feeling a little complicit. He doesn't want to do anything. He just want to stay home and relax, maybe watch TV, watch his game or whatever. I get it. I understand. But you know what? Somebody replied to this comment and say, you still have a life. You can still have fun, go out with your friends or family, ask if he wants to go. If he doesn't want, you still go. Find a way to get around it, right? Hang out with other couples, hang out with some of his friends and, just do couple stuff together. Yeah, but listen, I feel for you and I hear you. Next person said, I was married for 30 years, together for 32 years. My life is so much better and more peaceful without him. Would I get married again? No way. Oh man, she was married 30 years and they were together for 32 years. And now she's saying, my life is so much more peaceful without him. So I would not do it again. Oh my goodness. Now, this next comment says, yes, it is. This next person says, no. And then the next one, yes, I actually like my husband and he's my best friend. Okay, good for you, girl. That's awesome. All right. Next person says, with the right partner, who makes your life better? But if no, then no. All right. Next one. I'm 28 years in. So the answer is yes. Our son is getting married in November. That's awesome. That's fantastic. 28 years in, and their son is not getting married this November. Congratulations to you and congratulations to your son. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Now, your son is seeing the example that you guys have lived in the house. So he is, hopefully by God's grace, he will carry the same example and treat the person just the same way he saw his dad treated you. That's amazing. I love that. Next comment says, no, just live together and have separate finances. Oh man, he sounds like he got burned. All right, next, if a female can maintain financial security on her own, then no. So it just goes back to the finance again. All right, next person says, love being married to my best friend, 23 years in. That is awesome. You know what? I'm loving this segment because of the fact that I'm seeing like so many people who have been married for so long. We're talking about 17 years, 15 years, 19 years, 20 years, 30 years. This is awesome. This is a little bit of a good news, right? And in light of the rise in divorces that we're seeing across the world, it's good to see that people, the people that are still married, and they still having fun. They still like each other. They still enjoy each other's company. All right. Next one says absolutely. That means I still believe in marriage. The next one says nope. Divorced for 15 years and have been engaged twice since. Never married. Thinking it's not worth it now. Well, girl, I don't know what happened there. You got engaged twice, and you didn't get remarried again. I don't know, but yeah, I got you. You were married 15 years. Okay. Next one, marriage in the current era offers nothing for a man. Ooh, oof. Brother sounds like he got burned. Oh, next one, 35 years wouldn't do it again. We're old and cranky now. 35 years. Listen, bro. After 35 years, man, where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? Come on, man. You've been in this for 35 years. What would you be doing anyways, man? Can you imagine talking to somebody and say, you know, what is your favorite color? Do we enjoy nice walks? Come on, bro. At this age, that's not the conversation you should be having, man. Come on, stick in there, bro. 35 years. That's all. That's what's up, man. Congratulations. The next person says yes, but it depends on who you marry and how much work each person is willing to put into the marriage, along with their views on marriage. I think the problem is people get bored and leave. They don't realize how much work marriage takes. That's true. People get bored. They don't realize how much work marriage takes, and social media makes it easy to find a replacement. Ha! That is true. Social media makes it easy to find a replacement. They think they have found a replacement, and that's the problem with social media, right? Social media presents you options. It makes you feel like you have options until you get into that relationship with that person and realize, oh, wow, the grass is not greener on the other side. That's what they're realizing. All right, next comment. This person says, yes, married almost 22 years and been together even longer. It's not marriage, it's who you are married to. Ooh, that's a good one. Mm. Don't blame marriage. Don't blame the union of marriage itself, but blame the person that you're married to. That's what counts. That's what makes it work. It's not marriage per se, right? It's the person, because it takes two to tangle. It's who you married. Okay, it takes two to tangle. All right, next one. I'm not married, but I do think if both parties like, respect, and love each other, companionship and growth could endure the same test of time. Okay. Next person says, nope, I don't believe in marriage. Mm-mm. Next one says, yes, 41 years. Oh my God, this is awesome. This is like the longest one I've seen so far. 41 years. Listen, congratulations, guys. 41 years, man. You guys are doing me proud. I love it. I love it. I love it. Next one. Absolutely. We are so happy. Congratulations. Next one says no. Wow. Okay. There's must be like 100 O's in there with the N. All right. Next comment. Too many people marry the wrong person, and society expects them to somehow become right. Marriage is hard work, but it shouldn't be hard. And those hard ones usually end because the people aren't showing up for each other. That is true. That is true. But I guess at some point when there are so many arguments or so many issues and so many incidents and stuff like that, at one point, I guess, they've reached their limit. They stop fighting for each other. They stop showing up for one another. I guess that's what happens. This person says, so far so good, but I'm only a year and a half in. Ultimately, I think the quality or lack thereof will depend on both individuals within it. Okay, congratulations. A year and a half, girl, hang in there. Year and a half, I think you're still in your honeymoon phase. So, hang in there, girl. All right, next person says nope. Next person says a resounding yes. You can tell she's excited. That's awesome. She's in love. The next person says no. The next one says yes. Been with my wife 27 years and married 25. We ain't all in the brink of divorce. That's congratulations. Yep, 27 years. They've been together for 27 years and they're married 25. And he says we ain't all in on the brink of divorce. So hang in there, guys. I love that for you guys. We need that, I feel like we needed this, this little positivity, right? Just seeing all this comments and seeing how people are proud to be married and they love their relationship, they're happy in their relationship. That's awesome. I love it, guys. Next one says, nah, I stopped believing long time ago as a child after seeing that it is always the woman doing everything for the bare minimum while men gets all the benefits. Man, come on, that's not true. Men don't get all the benefits. It's like we don't do the bare minimum. Come on, man. We were providers. We were out there busting our behinds. Rain, sleet, or snow. We are out there. We're trying to provide, trying to bring the bacon home. Take care of the house, do everything out that needs to be done from the man's perspective. And we do help out with homework as well. You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree. I don't agree with the fact that we're saying men do the bare minimum and they get all the benefits. That's not true. We don't get all the benefits. Come on, you guys know that's not true. Well, that is all the comments that I had gotten under that video. And again, like I said, this was very refreshing. I was happy to read all those comments. I've been reading them ever since I posted the video. It makes me smile. It makes me happy to see that in light of all of the divorces that are happening, couples breaking up, marriages falling apart. It is a sad situation. It really is, because that's not what God intended for families. That's not what He wanted to. When He created, the human beings, when He created Adam and Eve. He did not intended for people to get divorced and then families falling apart and seeing kids being devastated, having long lasting emotional impact, psychological impact, not to mention the financial impact that happens on both the man and the woman, and the anger, the emotions. There's so much that goes into a family falling apart or the family going through a divorce. That is not what God had intended. So it's unfortunate that we are seeing the rise in divorces. We are seeing the rise in the numbers, even in the church. Like I said, I've done the topic of the divorce epidemic in the church. We are seeing that happening. It's unfortunate, but we do know that with prayer, there is nothing that is impossible. Right. So I know the title says marriage is not worth it. So based on the comments that I've read here, I could, I would say it was about maybe a 60 people, 60% of the comments still believe in marriage and 40% still, believe that it's not worth it, But if you ask me personally, what do I think? Hey, listen, for someone who was married for 16 years and I've been divorced 3.5 years now, you ask me, do I still believe in marriage? Do I think marriage is worth it? That is a loaded question for me, right? But guess what? Deep down, deep down, I think I am a sucker for love. I am. You know what? I am a sucker for love. I am a sucker for companionship. I am a sucker for, uh, good, loving woman. So yes, I appreciate that. I welcome that, and I still believe in marriage. I still believe it's worth it. Again, to touch base with all of the other comments that we just saw, I just read. The important thing is to find a person who is compatible with you, to find a person that you can get along with, to find a person who understands you, a person who will bring the best out of you, a person who would motivate you and cherish you and cheer you on and encourage you to attain your best self. And you would do the same for the other person, right? So, yes, I still believe in marriage. I still believe that marriage is worth it. Um, yeah. So that's why, you know what? it brings me joy when I was reading those comments and I see people who are married 19 years. I see people who are married 20 years or 30 years or even 40 plus years. It brings me joy, and I'm happy to see that. And again, like I said, and when it comes down to marriage, it's a job that we both have to agree to do. It takes two to tango. It's not just one person. It shouldn't be just one person carrying the weight. It shouldn't be just one person doing all the work. It shouldn't just be just one person reaching out for external resources, going to counseling and so on and so forth. This should be a combined effort in order for the marriage to work. All right. So, yes, I still believe in marriage. Marriage was God's design, right, for a human being. So I have a desire to live in God's design. That's what it is. That's what it is. So yes, I do. I believe in it. Is it gonna happen tomorrow? I don't think so. Is it gonna happen next month? I don't think so. I don't know. Only God knows. You know what I'm saying? So I'm leaving it in God's hands. He is in control of my life. He's the one who's ordering my steps. He's the one who's leading me. So all I'm doing, I'm simply trying to follow him, doing the best that I can. So that is my answer. So to you who I don't know how you feel right now. Maybe you went through a bad divorce. Maybe you went through a bad case of a separation, and you're thinking that, you know what, this is not for me. No, I don't want to do this again. Listen, I would encourage you to pray about it. I would encourage you to talk to God about it and seek his presence and seek his face and see what he says. See how he's leading you. Allow him to lead you. First thing you got to do in every situation, first thing you got to do, you got to be able to forgive your partner. Forgive your partner. Now, I understand they might have done the most horrific thing to you. They might have been like the most horrible person on the face of the planet. But guess what? Your healing starts with forgiveness. Your healing starts with forgiveness. So, as hard as it might have been, I understand it might have been hard. The only path forward is through forgiveness. So I hope you're able to forgive them. Listen, if you find yourself struggling right now in your situation and your relationship, I encourage you to, seek help, reach out for counselors, reach out to some friends and talk to people, talk to the right people. But anyways, guys, thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate it. This was very inspiring to me, right? I enjoy this. Reading all the comments, it really shows, a lot of people that still believe in marriage. So that put some smile on my face. I appreciate it. Anyways, don't forget, live every day as if it is your last day, because one day it will be. I'm JR. Thanks for watching 2.0. I'll see you next time.